Hello, I'm Robert Grant, and welcome to LearnMyShot.com. Well, today we're going to do an image for New Year's using sparklers, as you can see behind me, and a glass of champagne. So let's get over to the set and begin. Our lighting is very simple. A clamp lamp with a 150 watt clear bulb in it, lighting through a piece of vellum and onto our set where we have our glass. And behind that you'll see that stick back there, that's a sparkler. We'll get a better look at that from a different angle. So here we're using a 70 to 200 millimeter zoom lens on the camera, shooting it at around 121 millimeters. There you see the light coming through the vellum tissue, and on our set we have the glass set up in front of a sparkler. The sparkler's on a block to get it at the right height because we want the sparkle to be right behind the top of the glass, or near the top of the glass. So the next thing we need to do is to get an exposure for just the sparkler. So we've marked on the card here where the glass goes, so we can take that away. And now we're going to do just an exposure for the sparkler. So after testing a few different exposures, I found that shooting at f32 at 2 seconds is really a good exposure for the sparkler. It will give us enough time to record a lot of the sparkles, as well as a lot of depth of field to keep the glass and the sparkles in focus. Okay, now we're going to put the glass back on the set. Remember, we marked the background with a line so we can get it right in the spot we had it before when we lined it up. And we need now to control the amount of light on the glass. We need to get our glass exposure, and we do that by moving the light, not by adjusting our camera settings. So just a further explanation on that, as you move the light back from the paper, it spreads the light and the exposure will be less. So if you're too dark, simply move your light closer, try it again. If you're still too dark, move it closer yet. And by just moving the light back and forth like this, you're controlling the amount of light on the glass without changing any of your camera settings. Okay, so now we're ready to give it a try. First, fill the glass halfway up. We're using ginger ale, by the way. We'd go broke if we use champagne. So we're using ginger ale. It's nice and bubbly and everything. And our sparkler's lined up behind the glass. So when we light the sparkler, we're going to just have to pour it just to get a nice frothy top and click the shutter at the same time. So let's get that sparkler lit and give it a try. So we're going to light the sparkler up. You should have a bucket of water already in case you have to put it out right away. I got my hand on the shutter. We're going to get a nice... There we go. Beautiful. Let's take a look at that. Wow, that looks great. I've got the effervescence, the foam, and the sparklers right behind the glass at the exact perfect spot. So there you have it. A really nice, effective way to do a beautiful shot. I just have to let you know that I just did it once so you can see how we did it, but I had to shoot this probably 20 times to get the shot that you see that I liked. So it's a little bit of a setup. It's a lot of fun to do. You don't necessarily need to do a pour shot with a sparkler in the background, but it does show you essentially on how to do a pour shot for champagne. Well, that's it for 2011. And all of us here at LearnMyShot.com wish you all a very happy new year. And look for us again at LearnMyShot.com.
Uncle Mark staggered in, still missing a boot. Me brother John sat down before he fell over, and we sang to the barmaids and another round over. Don't park the car far from the bar, she said. Don't park the car far from the bar. But don't park the car far from the bar, she said. Don't park the car far from the bar.